Hello everyone and welcome back to Neptune's Child Tarot. My name is Monique and this is my second tarot channel here on YouTube. And I wanted to let you guys know that I appreciate all of you so much for your continued love and support as we are growing our little family over here on this side. And thank you all to those of you that have also donated in tarot and oracle decks. I truly appreciate you guys so much. We've been able to add a bunch of different new oracle decks as well as tarot decks for me to use for our reading. So I'm truly grateful to all of you. For those of you that are wanting to book a private reading, you can find my email down below in the description box where you can send me an email and I will provide you on more information on booking readings with me. And just keep in mind that I will never reach out to you in the comments on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. If there's somebody who's reaching out to you, telling you to contact them or inbox them or email them and offering services to you, it is not me. It is probably most likely a scammer. Somebody trying to scam you guys, because I don't do that. Okay, so just block them, ignore them, report them. If somebody is impersonating me, going down into the comments and saying, hey, you know, I feel my intuition is drawing me to you, and I don't even talk like that. So, yeah, just be mindful of that. So today's pick a card reading, we're doing, what is the one thing you can remove from your life to live better? Okay. So what is the one thing you can remove from your life in order for you to live better? So I do have 3 crystals here for you guys today. We are going to be pulling all of the tarot and oracle decks on camera, and I'm going to be shuffling and putting piles together for you guys. I will have a timestamp down below for you guys if you want to watch the shuffling process, as well as those of you that want to see what your pile looks like with the crystal on top of it. So there will be a pile or a timestamp for that. I'll call it pile selection. Okay, and then you can click that timestamp, look at what your crystal looks like with the pile. You can choose that way. Or if you already feel drawn to a specific crystal right now, you can go ahead and go straight into the reading. So however works best for you. Some people like to watch the whole shuffling process. And I feel like that's also allows me to be able to really engage and connect with your energy. You can, you know, kind of insert your energy as I'm shuffling the cards. And so really feel drawn to it in that way. Okay, so however you want to do it, what is the one thing you can remove from your life in order to live better? So pile 1 is going to be this sunstone crystal for pile 1. Pile number 2 is going to be this little crystal here, and I cannot remember what this one is called. It's a very light bluish green color. Okay, and then pile number 3 is this pink agate for pile number 3. Okay, so if you already know which crystal you feel most drawn to, that is perfectly okay. Like I said, I will also have a timestamp for the pile with the crystal on top of it if you want to choose that way as well. Timestamps are down below, and I will see you guys at your reading. Okay, so let's start putting these piles together. Pile 1, sunstone. Pile 2, I can't remember what that one is, the light blue one. And then pile number 3 is the little pink agate. So we're going to shuffle this one first because this one is the largest. So you'll have to excuse my voice. I just got done recording the pick a card reading for the other channel, so my voice is like already wanting to tap out. Okay, so let's see. Pile 1, 2, and 3, Spirit. What is the one thing they can remove from their life in order to live better? And since these are so large, I'm going to have to spread them out a little bit. So hopefully that will work. Good. So this is going to be for pile 1. And we're going to do pile 2. Actually, the Spirit is saying pile 3 for that one. Okay. And then pile number 2. There you are right there. Okay. So let's get these big ones out of the way. Okay, so I'll do that just to keep them down. Okay, so let's start with the tarot first. I do have 3 different tarot decks we're going to use. I will have all of the names listed down below in the description box for you guys. This one here is the Lunar Nomad Oracle. Okay, Lunar Nomad Oracle. And this one here is, what is this? I can't remember, and the box is not next to me, so. Okay, so what is the one thing you can remove from your life to live better? And we're going to pull 2 of these. What is the one thing you can remove from your life to live better? 2 of those. Okay, so pile 2. What is the one thing you can remove from your life to live better? And then pile 3. What is the one thing you can remove from your life to live better? Okay, so there is that one. And then we have this one here, and I think this one is the Artist's Inner Vision Tarot. And I'm going to have to kind of shuffle it this way because the other side of it has some sensitive imagery on it. So what is the one thing that pile number 1 can remove from their life in order to live better? Oh no, that's what we don't want. We don't want that. Okay, so I might have to edit that a little bit. Okay, so let's do that. Should have thought about that. Okay, hold on a second. Let's actually put a little note right there. Okay. So yeah, I'm just gonna shuffle these back here, you guys, for this, so I don't have to keep editing. So pile 2. What is the one thing you can remove from your life to live better for pile number 2? And I've just pulled one of them, and then I've got one more. So I'm just gonna actually put these ones right on top. So you have your 2 there. Okay, and then we're going to do for pile 3. What is the one thing you can remove from your life to live better? For pile 3, what is the one thing they can remove from their life to live better? There's 1. There's 2. Okay. All right, so that is for pile 3. And then we're going to pull 1 from this one here. And I think this one is the Tarot of Unknown Shadows. I think I got this one on Etsy. So what is the one thing pile 1 can remove them from their life to live better? One thing for pile 2 that they can remove from their life in order to live better. Pile 3, one thing they can remove from their life to live better. Okay, so those ones, let's do the oracle now. What is the one thing that pile 1 can remove from their life to live better? Pile 2, one thing. Pile 3, one thing they can remove. Pile 1. Two, 3, and then we're gonna do one of these, and I forgot to tell you guys. Well, anyways, you guys will have the list down below. Pile 2, pile 3. Oh, actually, this one here is the Enchanted Map Oracle, and this one is the Power of Surrender, I think. Surrender. This one's El Key Oracle, and this one here is the Soul's Journey. This is our last one. So what is the one thing you can remove from your life to live better? Pile 1. Pile 2. And then pile number 3. Okay. So now let's put these together for our little timestamp for people. We're gonna put the oracle cards, and I actually want this one on top, so I'm gonna put the oracle cards like that, these under here, and I wanted this up there because I thought the blues look nice together. This one blue and gold. So there. You guys should already know, if you've been with me for a while, then I am all about the aesthetics with the cards. Okay, so let's leave that there. And that goes under there. This here. I'll put that. And then all of these. Under there. This on top. Hopefully that looks all right. Okay, so here we are with the piles all put together. So pile 1, this is yours here with the sunstone. Pile 2, this is yours with this little light bluish green crystal. And then pile number 3, this is yours here with the pink agate. So take your time. If you need to, pause the video to take a little bit more time to meditate on the crystals, the piles, whatever works best for you. And I will see you at your reading. Hello, pile number 1. So pick a card today. What is the one thing you can remove from your life to live better? We did pull a bunch of cards, so I'm sure there's more than one thing that is here. But we're just going to kind of look overall what is Spirit saying needs to be removed from our life in order for us to live a more happy, peaceful life here. Okay, so you picked the Sunstone. So this is actually one of your tarot cards. We've got all of the oracle here. So I want to look at your tarot first. So let's do that. Let's actually see what this one is. Okay, so we do have the 3 of Swords. Okay, 3 of Swords. We have the 5 of Swords. We have the Queen of Swords. We also have the, okay, lots of swords here. My goodness, look at that. And then we have the Tower. Okay, now the Tower is literally about release. Letting something go. So this is, you know, in order to just kind of release something, let it go, in order for transformation, rebuilding to take place here. So what I'm feeling, because of all of the swords that are here, and I feel like there's only two of them that I would say are troublesome. The other ones are good. You're good. Okay. But what I would say is these two here, the Three of Swords and the Five of Swords. Okay. So the Five of Swords energy is about conflicting thoughts that you might have. It can even be conflict that you have with another person. The Five of Swords is also self-sabotaging thoughts. Okay, self-sabotaging thoughts, challenging thoughts, ideas, feeling a lot of conflict. Okay, the Three of Swords is a lot of pain, suffering, heartache. Okay, so with the Ace of Swords here, the Ace of Swords is like a breakthrough. It is something that gives us clarity. Okay, and I'm noticing that in this Tower card, there's a bunch of butterflies that are here. And there's also a bunch of butterflies over here too with the Ace of Swords. So I am looking at this. And then also the Queen of Swords is a symbolism. And she's got a beautiful butterfly there too. And I'm noticing how she's got something, what, on her third eye almost. What is this? Yeah, she's got something in her third eye here. Her crown. So what I'm looking at this as a whole is that Spirit is wanting you to release or remove this energy here in order for you to have clarity of the mind. Because these energies here can bring about a lot of negative thinking, a lot of self-sabotaging thoughts, a lot of maybe even feeling or holding on to, right, grief, disappointment, pain. And I would say that with the Three of Swords, this is the root of the issue, okay, is past experiences, past painful experiences that you've had that you may be still holding on to. And because of those, they have changed your beliefs in some way that may have created self-sabotaging types of thoughts or insecurities, self-limiting beliefs that are affecting you in maybe many different ways, okay? But the Tower is a need for us to release something or let something go in order for a transformation to take place, as we're seeing with all of these beautiful butterflies here. So yeah, I'm feeling that the one thing that Spirit is wanting you to remove is this. And it's not easy, right? You can't just kind of like shut off pain or heartache or, you know, change the way that you may be thinking maybe for many years as a pattern of your behavior, right? Because of what you've experienced, where you might automatically revert into that way of thinking, you know, having very challenging thoughts that just kind of keep you stuck in a way. So it's not like you can just snap your fingers and expect it to just kind of go away, you know? So it's definitely a work in progress, but it does start with being more aware, I would say, with the Ace of Swords, having an awareness, because the Ace of Swords is kind of like that light bulb moment in our mind. It's that breakthrough, that clarity through this energy here so that we can see something clearly, as the Queen of Swords does. Okay? And the Ace of Swords can also be something where we cut and remove something out of our life. And that's what we want to do here, is we want to change this way of thinking. Okay? Which we can work on. Like I said, it doesn't happen overnight. It's a work in progress. You can acknowledge and be more mindful when you get into that type of mental state. Hey, you know what? I'm doing it again. I'm negative thinking again. Or I'm taking myself back to, you know, some type of pain that's here. So, you know, whatever is in this Three of Swords for you, whatever pain, whatever suffering, whatever heartache, there is that need for healing, right? And healing that heartache may be something that really helps you to be able to release this challenging energy that kind of surrounds it. Okay, so let's look at your oracle cards here. Let's start with this one here. Okay, so we have the Clover. We have Gentle Gardener with card number 2. We have Surrender to What Is, and it says flow with what is instead of fighting it. When you can't change a situation, compassionately accepting it exactly as it is will bring you peace, right? Peace of mind is what we're seeing here, okay? We also have She Who Surprises, and it says surprise, discovery, and a revelation. And I love this because to me, this is, I imagine this as you in your mind here, okay? Here you are, and as you're parting the veils here, you are able to gain that breakthrough, that clarity, right? All these butterflies are emerging out of this clouded energy. And to me, this is what this brings in, because the swords are about our thoughts, our communication, our words, ideas, things of that nature, right? So if we're kind of mixed up here, feeling defeated as well with the Five of Swords, we can have a lot of challenging situations or even painful, disappointing situations that we're going through that can lead us to that place where we just feel completely challenged and broken down. We feel a sense of loss, right? So this is about us being able to really change our thoughts and to, be able to see through them in a way to help us. So I love this here with her kind of parting the curtain open and allowing all of these butterflies to emerge out of this clouded energy here. To me, it's very symbolic of what is happening in your mind here, okay? A revelation with the Ace of Swords, with the Tower energy, because the Tower is an awakening. It is a release. It is a transformation that's taking place in order for us to kind of break something down. And the fives in the tarot, they all connect into the Hierophant, and the Hierophant is about our beliefs, our values, our morals, maybe even very rigid ways of thinking, right? And this is our thoughts here with the Five of Swords. So we also have self-esteem. And it says, I possess gifts of the soul that benefit me and others. Okay? And this could definitely be something that is affecting, right, your self-esteem. And so I feel like with the Queen of Swords energy here, there's a need for really stepping into your power, right? Like I said, very much into the third eye with that. So it could be something that clouds your judgment at times with this feeling of self-sabotaging thoughts, like if something doesn't work out right, or trying to control it, right? Because you have surrender to what is here. Flow with what is instead of fighting it. When you can't change a situation, compassionately accepting it exactly as it is will bring you peace. And especially with the Tower energy comes into our life by divine intervention. It can be giving us a wake-up call, some kind of revelation, as we're seeing here. It comes in very unexpected, right? The Tower energy can also bring in chaos, destruction, turmoil, upheaval in our life. And that can also be Spirit's way of removing something out of our life, right? If something is just not flowing, it's not working. And so with the Tower, this is Spirit's way, or divine intervention's way, of removing something out of our life. And sometimes when that happens, we automatically, out of fear, we try to hold on to it, right? We try to save it and try to salvage it and try to put our grip on it. And it's like Spirit is like trying to show us, no, like we need to let this go so we can move down a different path or a different direction, or something that Spirit is trying to get our attention with. So yeah, I'm definitely feeling like a lot of this has to do with removing that way of thinking. And like I said, it's a work in progress. It's not going to happen overnight. We just have to be more mindful when we are thinking that way and kind of caught up in that place in our head, and be more aware. Work on transformation, I feel like, because there's so many butterflies that are here. Okay, maybe working on your self-esteem may also be something that really helps you, especially if you are someone who has gone through a lot of pain, a lot of heartache, disappointment, you know, any type of suffering that you have or still holding on to, that energetically, the thoughts surrounding it. Because with the Three of Swords energy, one of those swords in that card is the initial heartache, you know, or disappointment that you have gone through, right? Let's just say you went through a bad breakup. So when that person and you broke up, there's that first sword that goes in. The other two swords are symbolic of the thoughts of that energy happening again, right? So it's kind of like our own thoughts that kind of put us through that trauma again, right? And we end up suffering because we're still holding on to that initial pain of what happened to us, right? And those thoughts that we have that are surrounding and remembering. And it's kind of like in our mind, when we're thinking about it again, the body doesn't know, right? The body thinks that it's going through it again. And we hold on to all of that energy. So yeah, it's definitely feeling a lot of challenging maybe thoughts that Spirit is wanting you to really focus on removing, because being more mindful of when stuff like that is still kind of bothering you, right? It can really bring you down. And so, yeah, and I'm feeling like, even looking at this Five of Swords here, there looks like there's a little mask of his face here. So to me, it's like removing that. And I'm noticing there's also a little skeleton here too. So to me, it's kind of like old stuff, right? Old stuff that we're needing to change and transform here. And then you have the clover here. The clover is about luck, new beginnings, opportunities. Okay? So it's about us, I'm feeling, in your release of this, you know, and it could, like I said, help you with opening up or working on your self-esteem, right? Working on that, being more confident in yourself and being able to kind of move beyond that way of thinking, that you just, through this processing, I feel like, of these, through your processing and releasing this, that you realize how strong you are mentally, right? What is left within the mind after you release these energies and remove them here. And I feel like it's a really beautiful energy. I'm noticing that both of them here that look like queens, they're both wearing crowns. Okay? So to me, it's kind of opening up. I'm also feeling third eye and crown chakra as well, because this is the swords. It's air. So it makes me think of the crown chakra and the third eye chakra. So this can even be something that's especially important for you, because you could also be someone who's incredibly intuitive, and holding on to these energies can be something that's also blocking or clouding. You know, even with this sword here, we're seeing it kind of go straight through this cloud, right? Clouded judgment, not being able to perceive something maybe clearly. So, and I'm also looking another, well, it kind of looks like a butterfly to me, but it's a clover. And then we have like what looks like a little pine cone here almost. I know it's kind of a flower, but kind of looks like a little pine cone to me, which is also a symbol of fertility and growth and new beginnings. And then you also have the gentle gardener here. So looking at this picture here, it looks like there's an ancestor that's up here. Like one of your ancestors. It's very maternal energy that is surrounding you. And I feel like this feminine ancestor is wanting you to really work on this healing and releasing of that type of energy. It's like there's three little fairies that are here that are sitting on these little eggs. This is almost making me feel, for some of you, there's generational trauma almost that you guys are healing and transforming. And I do feel like it is the maternal line for some of you. I'm feeling maybe for some of you there's ancestors here. I'm feeling 3 generations. Okay, 3 generations. That almost makes me feel like if there was something very painful that you've gone through, you know, mom, grandma, great-grandma, aunts, family members, sisters, siblings, that they may have also been kind of stuck in that Five of Swords energy too. It's just feeling defeated by life. And they could have also been, having low self-esteem or a need for that boost, because with that Three of Swords, if someone's hurting you, right, it definitely takes a blow. Your self-esteem, your self-confidence, your self-worth, and can definitely be creating a lot of clouded or blocked third eyes and crown chakras within your family line. So I feel like for you, especially for those of you that are very connected into doing ancestor work and things like that, or that you are like the one in your family that is clearing karma, generational, ancestral, this is especially important for you, right? It's learning not to worry, not to stress, not to, you know what I'm saying? Because with the flowing, instead of fighting it, like I said, for some of you, when you go through these big tower moments in your life and everything feels like it's falling apart, it's falling apart so it can fall together, so that you can be in alignment with where your soul is meant to. And sometimes the things that are pulled away from us, or the things that we go through that are out of our control, can sometimes be very painful, very traumatic, right? Very painful and very traumatic. But yeah, this to me is this embarking on a new beginning here, and you almost looking at this like your ancestors are seeing how you are kind of creating this new energy. Also, the number 2 is connected into the High Priestess, which is intuition, the inner knowing, So yes, this is definitely what I'm seeing here for you, pile number 1, as far as what Spirit is saying, is that one thing that you can remove from your life in order for you to live better, right? It may even be helping to remove blockages surrounding abundance here as well with this little gentle gardener, because this is you creating something new, right? You feel more confident in yourself as you are working to build up the self-esteem. And the Queen of Swords is all about clear vision, planning. She's also incredibly intelligent, right? This kind of reminds me of a pile that I did, was it like 2 days ago? Or last week? It was, what are your strengths? I think I did. What are your greatest strengths? And I think it was also pile 1. And it was pile 1's mind being their greatest strength, but also their greatest weakness. Because, when you have like that tendency for some people to kind of overanalyze, overthink things, and you could be like so on point and so intelligent and like laser focused, and then in come the negative thoughts, right? So it's kind of like the mind can also be your worst enemy, right? That's kind of what I'm feeling with this type of energy here as well. So what I want to do, I want to just clarify these energies right here, but that's generally what I'm getting from this is Spirit, surrendering to what is, which is more about going with the flow. Okay, realizing that there are things that are outside of our control, especially with the Tower energy. Okay, so let's see here. What is this Three of Swords, Spirit? What is this Three of Swords? We have the Chariot. Okay, so yes, the Chariot is a card of freedom, a card of having the willpower to move forward. Okay, so this would be you breaking free from that Three of Swords energy, whatever that is symbolic of for you. Pain, heartache, suffering, and freedom, right? It gives you freedom in your mind, because that's all that we're seeing here is swords. Okay, why is the Five of Swords energy here? I just want to check, make sure we're good. Okay, yeah, 10 of Wands, look at that. Okay, the 10 of Wands is heaviness. It is burden that we are carrying. It's like we're holding on to our baggage. Okay, we're holding on to all that stuff from the past that is weighing very heavily on our mind. Okay, so that is what Spirit is saying. That one thing that you could do is to release the old stuff, right? The old baggage, the old situations that have created conflict. For some of you with the Five of Swords, it could have also been, and this won't be for all of you, but for some of you with that Five of Swords, it can even be being mistreated by someone in the past. Okay? Very much mistreated by someone. That could be a lot of verbal abuse, a lot of very challenging words that were spoken and said to you. That may have created a lot of an impact there to you. And that could be a friend, it could be a parent, it could have been a sibling, it could have been a romantic partner, you know, that did that to you. And I'm really sorry if that is something that you have gone through, pile 1, with that 5 of Swords, but it can be a very aggressive energy, if you know what I mean. Very, very aggressive words that are not so nice to be on the receiving end. And I feel that if you have gone through that, maybe it has been something that has really affected your self-esteem, you know, and made you feel, I feel like, very challenged in a way. And there's been, I feel like, looking at all these butterflies here, I feel like you have been someone that has transformed and has gone through such powerful transformation. I'm seeing the 6 of Cups at the bottom as I'm saying that. For some of you, it can even be childhood. Your past is basically what this is. Okay, your past, 6 of Cups, memories, nostalgia, memories of going through something, right? That was painful, that was challenging, that was made you feel defeated, that made you feel alone, or, you know, anything that made you feel that way. And I'm seeing the Lovers right underneath that too. So some of you, it can even be a romantic partner, a family member, someone very close, something that may have even happened during childhood. Okay, for some of you. So yeah, maybe healing the inner child, working on healing the inner child to be able to remove that out of your life, that heaviness, that burden that you're still carrying from that. Okay, completely letting go. Look at her body language here. She's just completely free, right? She's all dressed in white. To me, that is that purity, that just complete surrender. Okay, of letting go is what I'm seeing here. But yeah, maybe starting here could be working on inner child healing for some of you. Past memories that you're still holding on to that are still making you feel very defeated when it could be something that's happening subconsciously, right? Without even thinking about it, your mind is already in that place because of trauma for some of you that you've gone through in your past. So you don't even realize you're doing it sometimes. You don't even realize like what the root of the issue or the problem is, but the 3 of Swords is there. That is pain. Okay, and that is something that Spirit is wanting you to be able to remove out of your life. And if you are someone who is still, I would say, in that situation right now, trying to heal from that and being in the same place is not so great, right? Sometimes we need to just physically remove ourselves away from people or situations that are creating a lot of that very chaotic energy surrounding us. Okay, so maybe for some of you, it is a relationship or a friendship or a family member that just needs to, you know, maybe there's some boundaries that need to be set there. Okay, but I'm going to leave this here for you, pile number 1. I do hope this was helpful for you guys, and I will see you in the next reading. Hi, pile 2. So those of you that resonate with this little light bluish green crystal here, this is going to be your reading. And so let me put pile 1's crystal away. Okay, so that is one of your tarot cards. We've got your oracle, and then we've got the tarot. And I actually think I forgot to cover these 2 here. So I'm going to bring these out because some of these cards have some sensitive imagery on the back of them. And I'm just going to steal some stickers really quick for that one, and then also this little one here. Okay, so now we are set. All right, so let's look at the tarot. Let's get this one first. We have the 10 of Cups. We have the Ace of Coins, or the Ace of Pentacles. We have the 9 of Coins, the 9 of Pentacles. We have the Four of Wands. And then we also have the Ten of Cups. I almost look at this energy and be like, what, what needs to let go of? What do you need to remove? This energy looks really beautiful. So we might have to get to the oracle to kind of see what. Okay, so we have a woman here. We have a Judgment. Oh, maybe this is it. She who aches. It says perpetua. Sadness, solitude, silent, and withdraw. Oh, the Ten of Cups is here twice. I just noticed that. The Ten of Cups is here twice. Wow. Okay. Surrender to creativity. Let your imagination soar. Stay open to all creative ideas about how to pursue a dream or solve a problem. And then you have slow and steady with number 12. Okay, so you don't have any major arcana here. So I'm looking at these two numbers here. You have, okay, so you have a number 2, which is the High Priestess. Number 9 is the Hermit. But they also reduce to a number 11, which is the Justice card. Number 12 is the Hanged Man. So because you have the woman here, this is giving me, especially with the creativity here, it kind of gives me a lot of energy of the feminine. Energy of the feminine. Regardless of your gender, this is talking about the energy within, the feminine energy from within the self. So you have 2 Ten of Cups cards here, and these cards are about emotional happiness and fulfillment. The Nine of Pentacles is independence and luxury, stability, security. And we have this woman here sitting by herself out in the snow. And it says sadness, solitude, silent, and withdraw. So what this is making me feel like for you about what is the one thing you're needing to remove from your life in order for you to live better is for you to fully, how can I say this in a way? This would be removing your feeling of, and I feel like it's more or less a feeling, an emotion for you. Because with this woman sitting here by herself in solitude and feeling sad, the feminine energy is something that feels complete, that feels whole, all on her own, okay? Not needing someone to make her feel complete. So the one thing that I'm feeling that you're needing to remove here is any feelings of sadness or say loneliness, of not needing someone to complete you, not needing to be in a relationship, not needing, you know what I'm saying? That's kind of what I'm getting from this energy, because the Four of Wands is about stability and about harmony. And if you see here, there's a man and a woman. And to me, that is kind of like, in a sense, your feminine, your masculine coming into balance. The Hangman is about a change or a shift in perspective. So I feel like this is especially true for you to remove that feeling of sadness, loneliness, of being alone or feeling lonely and feeling like you yourself are not enough or you don't feel whole. That could be from not feeling beautiful, not loving your body, not recognizing what your worth is, not recognizing what your value is. right? Because the feminine energy is nurturing, it is loving, it is compassionate, it is beautiful, it is sensual, it is you truly loving yourself, okay? And there's so much of this, I feel like this feminine energy that's coming through, that it makes me feel like that one thing that you're needing here is to release maybe pain or heartache, especially for those of you, because she's also sitting by herself. So for some of you, it can be like if you've ever been rejected, ghosted, blocked by someone, or having someone completely shut you out. If you have an abandonment wound from childhood, or even from a partner, right, that has kind of just up and left you, up and gone, and it makes you feel incomplete, right? But the feminine energy is complete, right? Feminine energy is complete, and it's about you, I feel like, finding this fulfillment and this happiness within yourself, independent and also healthy interdependence once in a relationship. Okay? Surrender to creativity. It says, let your imagination soar. Stay open to all creative ideas about how to pursue a dream or solve a problem. So when you're able to connect into the feminine energy, right, you can create and manifest abundance. You feel emotionally and happy and fulfilled. The Ace of Pentacles is about opportunities, new beginnings, abundance kind of flowing in here. You have stability and harmony in your life, right? So this to me is kind of like that energy right there. And with the High Priestess, it's a need to tune into your inner wisdom. The Hermit is energy with the number 9, is a card of solitude. It's a card of reflection, right? So you can be in solitude and feel still happy and blessed, but some people don't, right? Some people spend that time alone, or if they're single or they haven't felt like they've met the right person yet, you can feel really depressed. You can feel really sad and kind of feel like something's missing, right? And sometimes we feel that emptiness and that void, and we're looking outside of ourselves to find that comfort, to find that fulfillment. And it's really a need for us to find that within ourselves first, right? Taking time, in a sense, to kind of fill our own cup, right? Because if we're feeling depleted or empty or sad, we have nothing left to give, right? We have nothing left to give if our cup is empty. So with Judgment energy here, it says, I understand that everyone has their own unique path and challenges. And so to me, this is about rebirth. It's about renewal. It's about you. If you are someone who is alone or spending time alone, or let's just say you feel a little bit lost in your life and you feel like you haven't found your direction yet, you haven't found out what your purpose is, use this time of solitude in a way to discover your creativity, in order to discover who you are and really tap in and tune into the feminine aspect, right? Nurturing, self-love, self-care, building up self-esteem, building up self-worth. Going through the Judgment energy to me is also the phoenix rising from the ashes, right? Transformation, renewal, growth, release of things from the past, no longer carrying around burdens and sadness, whatever this is that you're feeling sad about, okay? To kind of, in a way, replenish the feminine energy back and to restore balance and harmony. I want to see what this slow and steady is, but the Hangman, like I said, is about changing our perspective on something, right? Taking a pause, taking a break. So where is the book at? There it is. Okay, so that is 12. Let's see. And I feel like I want to clarify this too, because I feel like this right here, because this is beautiful. This is absolutely beautiful energy. This would be the only thing that I would say is the negative here. Okay. So let's see. Oh, look at that. This is number 12, but I opened it right to solitude. Okay. So number 12. Okay. So it says, remember the old cliche, slow and steady wins the race. This is a time for easy movement, unhurried steps, and a steady heart. Trust that taking life at a more leisurely pace will give you greater access to your dreams. Slowing down allows more contact with the juicier elements of your life. Savor them. Okay? So some of you, it can even be, let's just say, trying to rush to find the perfect person, rush to get married, rush to, do this, rush to do that, right? This is more of I feel like super tuned into the feminine. The feminine energy is also passive, receptive. Okay? So I do want to clarify that. So let's see here. What is this she who aches energy, spirit? What is the energy surrounding Perpetua, she who aches? Yeah, it feels like abandonment. Feeling withdrawn. Maybe for some of you, it can even be feminine energy that is blocked in a way. Maybe from something that painful that you've gone through in the past. Let's see here. For some of you, I feel like it's surrounding family, okay? Because you have the Ten of Cups. Both of these are family cards. It can also be, what else? Romantic partner. What is this she who aches energy, spirit? Let's see if this one's good. Okay. Look at that. It's the Empress. It's the feminine. I told you. It is the feminine energy. Okay. Let's see. What else? Let's get a little bit more. Yeah, so there's definitely a need for nurturing. Okay. It's letting go of removing the one thing you can remove from your life is maybe say let's just call it the wounds surrounding the feminine. Okay, the wounds surrounding, say, the feminine energy that are blocking, say, maybe your creativity, maybe that are blocking independence or interdependence, healthy interdependence, that are blocking your joy and happiness and fulfillment and contentment, that are blocking harmony in your life, that are blocking abundance and opportunities, right? It's all connected to the feminine. So let's see what else. What is this? We have the World, okay, which is the closing or completion of a cycle. Let's see. Let me get one more. Page of Wands. Okay. Page of Wands. And then I'm seeing the Ten of Wands at the bottom of the deck. The Ten of Wands is burden, heaviness, surrounding the feminine energy. The burdens that you're, in a way, your feminine energy are carrying. This is what Spirit is wanting you to bring to an end here. And for you to start over, start new beginning, right? Into a more balanced energy. So your Ten of Wands, okay, Ten of Wands, and right underneath that is the Lovers. So for some of you, it is carrying pain, I feel like, from past burdens. It could, with the Lover's energy, it could be a partner, a spouse. It could even be a very close family member that you're still carrying this heaviness from. Okay. The sadness. You know, even if it's not something, let's just say that you've gone through, that you're going through right now. I mean, this can be a relationship that really hit you hard 10 years ago. That still hurts. That still stings. That the pain is still, you know what I'm saying? The pain is still there. I'm noticing that there's 2 little children here too. So maybe for some of you, it can even be childhood. But that Ten of Wands is burden. It's heaviness. It's you know, past relationships. It is things that the ego is kind of holding on to. It is, you know, even past trauma that you might have holding there. Okay. All surrounding the energy of the feminine. She also looks, because she's got this veil over her. Maybe some of you have lost a spouse or a partner or even a parent. With the Empress, this would be more maternal energy. So maybe for some of you, if you're still grieving the loss of a parent, a mom, we have a married couple that's here. Some of you, it could be a spouse or even your parents. Okay. But yes, feminine energy. So this 10 of Wands, whatever that is for you, this is Spirit saying here, it's causing pain. It may even be causing you to be a little bit more withdrawn or creating blockages within your feminine energy, right? So how can you heal this? How can you fix this, right? To be more in balance here and to experience joy, happiness, fulfillment, abundance, creative energy, right? We have slow and steady, working on changing your perspective here. Whatever this is that you're holding on to, okay, it's taking your time to really work through and sort through those feelings and those emotions. So that could be something very beneficial for you to spend that time in solitude, but using that time alone in a constructive way, meaning that we're doing the healing, we're doing the shadow work, we're doing the inner child healing, and whatever this is in your little 10 of Wands energy that you might have here. Okay? If it is a past relationship, you know, that could be something that still has that woman, that feminine energy wounded, right? Like I said, the feminine energy is all about nurturing, beauty, love, unconditional love, self-love, abundance, prosperity, you know, believing in oneself, feeling confident in oneself. And this is some serious manifestation there with that 9 of Pentacles, right? Bringing about stability here with the 4 of Wands. Some of you could even be like if you've gone through a divorce, a separation, a past relationship breakup that was painful that you're still holding on to, even if it is something from 10 years ago, you know, 2 months ago. This is Spirit saying here that whatever this is for you is affecting your feminine energy. And that is like that Spirit saying as the one thing that you can remove from your life. And of course, like I told pile number 1, removing something like this is not easy, right? We can't just snap our fingers and it's just automatically, magically gone. We have to work at it, especially when it's connected into some emotions, right? Emotions that are there. But yeah, that's what Spirit's saying here. This feeling of sadness and alone and hurting, you know, maybe especially for those of you that are single and you feel like, why haven't I found the right person yet? You know, it's about you really working towards your own feminine energy, building yourself up, feeling confident, feeling beautiful, feeling amazing, feeling that you know your worth, you know your value. You're not going to settle for less than what you deserve, right? And you also open up into all of this beautiful creative energy of the feminine, okay? To build this beautiful energy that you have up here. And like I said, when I first brought these cards out, I was like, okay, what's the deal here? What is wrong with this? Because this is beautiful energy that you have. And I feel like in order for you to be able to access that, it is the key here is you working on the feminine energy and releasing whatever this 10 of Wands is for you, the burdens that you carry. And with Judgment here, this is forgiveness. This is release. This is releasing our 10 of Wands. Right? Whatever this is that you're holding on to. Judgment is where we look back at our past. We learn. What do we learn from that experience with that person or that situation that we've gone through? Okay? We take the love and we take the lessons with us. Everything else, the pain, we let go of. We forgive, we release, release anger, we release resentment. Anything that we're still kind of holding on to there. Again, it's a work in progress, right? Because sometimes there's some people that we connect to that do some pretty shady stuff to us and can hurt us for a long time. And it's like we hold grudges. We hold all this anger towards that person who hurt us that bad. So it's not easy for us to just kind of forgive. But it is possible, right? With us staying committed to that, because the only person that's suffering here is us when we hold on to that, right? And that's what Spirit's saying here with your 10 of Wands. It is something that you have to bring that cycle to an end by being able to release it and clear it. So that's what Spirit's saying here. This is the one thing you can remove from your life is the burden that you carry, and end the cycle of carrying that around, which is affecting the feminine. Okay, it is affecting your abundance. It could be affecting your belief in yourself. It could be affecting your creative energy, loving yourself, your self-esteem, your self-worth, all of it, right? That the whole embodiment of the feminine. Okay, your feminine energy. So I'm going to leave this here for you, pile number 2. I do hope this was helpful for you guys, and I will see you in the next reading. Hi, pile 3. So those of you that resonate with the pink agate crystal, this is going to be a reading, and we're asking Spirit today, what is the one thing you can remove from your life to live better? So this is actually one of your tarot cards. So we're going to get your oracle out of the way. We'll look at the tarot. So, okay, so we have the Tower as your first card here. The Tower. And then we have the Princess of Coins, which is the Page of Pentacles. What is this? 10 of Pentacles. Okay, 10 of Pentacles. We have the Hermit. And then we have the Queen of Pentacles. Okay. Queen of Pentacles. And let's look at the Oracle. Okay, so we have birds with card number 12. Patience. It says, I accept that everything happens in divine order. She who hopes, love, hope, and also relationships. Okay, surrender resentments. It says, holding on to resentments only poisons you. Try to forgive others for their shortcomings and keep moving forward toward positive situations in your life. And we also have the deep freeze. Deep freeze. This kind of makes me feel with the Hermit energy being here. Hold on, guys. I need to figure this out. What Spirit is saying you need to release here. I'm seeing the release with the Tower. Okay, clearly resentments is a thing here. But there is this energy with the Queen of Pentacles, the 10 of Pentacles, the Page of Pentacles. This is all having to do with abundance, stability, security. You've got the birds here, but they're not in the cages. And this lion is frozen. And this Hermit. Okay, so one of the things that I'm seeing here, I feel like one of the key things, the Hermit energy is an energy of solitude, of spending time alone, withdrawing, a lot of time for introspection, a lot of time of reflection, but it's also about us being, maybe choosing to. We can choose to put ourselves into Hermit energy. Sometimes it just kind of happens and we're stuck there. Okay. And what I'm seeing with this deep freeze is almost like this lion. Maybe this lion was taking some time by himself. I don't know. And now he's frozen. So it makes me feel like it's making me feel like a lack of action. A lack of action here. Because we have she who hopes. And she's kind of sitting on this bridge, looking over the bridge into the water. It kind of makes me feel that in addition to this, I'm still trying to think how this kind of fits in here. In addition to this energy here of surrendering resentments, removing those, but maybe holding on to the resentments is the key here. Because what I'm kind of thinking is that these two energies to me are still. These are still, meaning that nothing is happening. And this lion has been so still in this place of not doing something. It's also a lion, which is Leo energy, which is the strength card. And oddly enough, it is number 8 too. It reduces down to an 8. 6 and 2 is 8. Hold on, guys. I'm trying to think through this because this is a lot, I feel like. But what I'm seeing here is like, perhaps this is Spirit saying that maybe you have kept yourself in this place where you've lacked the confidence to be able to make certain changes within your life and take action towards them. Because the birds, to me, they're all flying out of the cage. And maybe for you, there is something that could be restricting you here. I'm noticing that there's an umbrella here, and she's also holding an umbrella here as well. And she's all covered up. You can only just see her little face. So it makes me feel like the Page of Pentacles is about planting the seed for something new. We're starting something new. We feel the eagerness of starting something new. And the Tower is something that comes into our life very unexpectedly, very suddenly, that creates upheaval, that creates turmoil, which almost like in a way forces change, forces transformation. So many of you may have gone through a lot, I feel like, of Tower moments in your life. And maybe for some of these Tower moments that you've gone through have been, for some of you, painful, because we do have love and relationships here, but maybe have also been very tumultuous. And I feel like you've been someone who's been trying to be very protective of your energy. But with the holding on to resentments only poisons you. Try to forgive others for their shortcomings and keep moving forward toward positive situations in your life. So maybe some of you may even feel kind of like isolated, alone, or have been accustomed to keeping your energy withdrawn from other people, or even keeping yourself in a place where you've been stagnant and haven't really created change that you really want to see within your life. So what I would say as what you need to let go of and remove is, what do I want to say? What do I want to say here? Maybe what is that called? Procrastination. The procrastination here. Because to me, maybe this is symbolic, because we have 2 cages that are here. And I'm seeing that there's a bunch of these birds that are flying free, and these other 2 little birds that are sitting on the branch here. And again, like I said, they're outside of the cage. So it makes me feel like for some of you, you are removing whatever this is that is keeping you restricted or held back. Because like I said, this lion looks like he's just been here so long that now it's winter time and he's frozen solid, where he hasn't taken any action. To me, like I said, with the lion, it's symbolic of the strength card, or Leo energy, which is about power and about strength and about confidence and believing in yourself. And this other energy that's up here, the Page of Pentacles, the Queen of Pentacles, and the Ten of Pentacles, is huge. It's powerful energy. It's all about prosperity, security, stability, abundance. And I'm feeling like there may have been some things that you've gone through in your past here that have been keeping you restricted and keeping you kind of like on pause for so long. And it may have even been something that has affected your self-esteem, your confidence, your level of confidence, I feel like, within yourself. And some of you may even be afraid of change. Not acknowledging in your life what you have to let go of. And I feel like it could be the cage. Do you keep yourself kind of like in a cage? Do you keep yourself, in a sense, kind of closed off from other people? Do you not engage? Do you not take action where you need to kind of make some powerful changes, I feel like, within your own life here? Because this card, the birds, is also talking about communication and also companionship with someone. The Ten of Pentacles can definitely be about family, about relationships, things of that nature. This is almost like I'm feeling conditioning here. Conditioning, kind of limiting in a way. Feeling lost, lonely, helpless, right? Because we have She Who Hopes, and it's almost like if you've gone through maybe just like waiting and waiting and waiting for something to change, or instead of kind of allowing yourself to just go out and become that change that you wish to see in your life, that maybe that is the one thing, you know, that you have to let go of. Yes, we have patience here, and I feel like maybe this is, I don't know, I feel like I accept everything that happens in divine order. It's trusting the timing of things, right? That Spirit kind of brings. Maybe for some of you, it's like wanting relationship, and you've been single for so long, and you're just like waiting and waiting and waiting, and there's a need for you to continue to move forward with your life and to do great things, which we're seeing here with the Page of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, and the Ten of Pentacles. Maybe for some of you, it's holding on to past connections or past relationships in a sense. But yeah, the bird's energy is talking about companionship, but it's also talking about feeling lost, talking about limitations, self-limiting beliefs, keeping ourselves caged rather than thriving. You know, birds in a way kind of endure kind of like this cruel fate by being locked up, right? And that's kind of what this makes me feel like. Are you kind of imprisoning yourself in a sense from having the confidence in yourself to be able to move forward towards abundance or stability, security in your life because you're too afraid, you know? And maybe that is letting go of fear of, I'm seeing this bird here. It's like almost like fear of doing things, getting things done, you know, taking off on your own, doing kind of like your own thing in a sense. It's kind of like this very shackled energy that's there with the bird. So it makes me feel like you're not feeling free, or you don't feel like you're free enough to be able to make the decisions that you want to. I'm feeling there's also facing adversity and facing challenge and being able to overcome that, because like I said, with the Tower energy, it's things that we go through that are unexpected, that are outside of our control, and we can either rebuild ourselves, right, and rebuild our life stronger, sturdier, more secure, more stable, or we can kind of wallow in that misery and pain and grief, or something that has taken our shine away, something that has taken our confidence away, something that has put us in a place, maybe even for some of you, that has been so painful and so dark that it's been hard for you to see outside of what you've gone through to be able to create stability and security in your life again, right? And I feel like hope is a beautiful thing, right? With finding love and you know, wanting companionship, and also learning that we have to be patient, but it's not just about kind of putting life on hold and waiting for life to happen. It's about you kind of getting out there and making it happen, putting the action towards creating the reality that you wish to live in. And this makes me feel like, looking at the Hermit, how she's so covered up and so protected that she almost looks like she's afraid to move forward here, to do something, like uncertain, like she's just got herself all covered up here with the umbrella, the lantern, you know, which is someone who's feeling lost. And that's kind of like this energy here. It's like this, like I said, like for the birds, like a cruel fate of being locked up, imprisoned in a cage, when birds are meant to be free, you know? So yeah, that's what I'm going to say, as Spirit saying, this one thing that you have to release here is maybe I don't know, maybe it's trying to force things, trying to control things in the way that they happen. But yeah, I'm feeling a lot of it is maybe the prison that you keep yourself in is what I would say. I feel like that is what I want to clarify here. So let's see. What, Spirit, give us a little bit more information on the birds here. You know, almost like a need for you to free yourself from the prison that you keep yourself in. You know, because the Tower is like a huge wake-up call for us, an awakening, a realization, a revelation of us needing to let something go. And I just feel like this has been something maybe that has affected your confidence in yourself, not believing in yourself. Let's see here. What is this bird's energy? And maybe for some of you, it's you feel trapped in a relationship that needs to end. Maybe you feel like your needs are not being met. Maybe for some of you, you're in a situation where you're holding resentment towards a partner that you don't want to be in that relationship, and you just feel like it's just eating away at you or taking away from you, like sucking the life out of you. And you're maybe like you're waiting here, like, is somebody else going to come along? Is somebody else going to come along? And it's like, Spirit's like, no, you need to save yourself. Get yourself out of there. You know, instead of just kind of like sitting here and waiting. And it could be the same thing with a job too. Like if you feel whatever this is for with the cages here, like let's just say it's a job that you can't stand and you hate your boss, and you're, you know, instead of love, that you have hope that you're going to be able to find a different career or a different job. And, you know, you're feeling a little bit lost. Like, what is that next step going to be? And I don't know what it is. And I'm still trying to find the answer. And you're just like waiting and waiting and waiting, just like this lion, and now he's frozen solid. You know? And I'm looking at here where in this 10 of Pentacles card, there's a world here, the earth, and there's a hand that's coming out to grab the earth, and it says be, right? So to me, in a way, it's like you are needing to embody the energy that you wish to see, that you wish to have in your life, instead of just kind of waiting for it, right? And if you do feel like you are kind of stuck in a situation, to me, that Tower is a need for, maybe you need to remove yourself out of the relationship, right? If it's something that's making you feel like needs are not being met. But let's see, why is the birds here, Spirit? What is the message with the birds? Okay. Look at that. 5 of Pentacles. That is lack. A feeling of lack. It's a scarcity mindset. It is a feeling of despair. It is, in this case, I'm feeling that maybe for some of you it's worried about money. It could be feeling alone. It could be feeling lonely. It's abandonment. It's feeling like your needs are not being met. Okay? Or that the universe is not going to make this possible for you. But I feel like it's all about you, again, creating that change. So this to me is kind of like, maybe this is part of what you're needing to release, is the belief system surrounding the 5 of Pentacles, which is lack. It's scarcity. Whether that lack is about love, or that lack is about money, or anything else that you feel like you're lacking or missing in your life, you have this very abundant energy here. The Queen of Pentacles, the 10 of Pentacles. So to me, it's, removing out of your life is that belief that you don't have enough, or that that the universe isn't abundant, or that you cannot create abundance for yourself, or that there's no one out there for you, or that you're never going to find love, or, just that feeling of emptiness and void. Okay, let's see. Why is the birds here? We have the 5 of Cups. This is like some very challenging energy. The 5s in the tarot all connect back into the Hierophant. And the Hierophant is about our values, our beliefs, our morals. And sometimes those belief systems that we hold can be very rigid, right? A rigid way of thinking, a dogmatic way of thinking. And so the Five of Cups is feeling challenged emotionally, your own emotions that are keeping you stuck. For some of you, the Five of Cups can talk about grief, pain, loss, sadness, disappointment, feeling hopeless, right? Feeling hopeless, helpless. Let's see here. And that is what Spirit's saying. This energy, which the fives are about changes, they're about challenges, and they can be about conflict. This is what you have here in your little bird cages, right? This is what you're needing to remove here from what I can see, right? Like I said, aside from resentments, that is what you're needing to release with your tower, is to let that go. Because this is blocking you from this. Okay? So let's see here. And then we have the Two of Wands. Okay? The Two of Wands is indecision. This is planning. This is being at a crossroads in our life and having to choose a path, having to choose a direction. Again, another umbrella here. Umbrella. And if you're keeping yourself in the cage and you're at the crossroads in your life and you haven't made a decision, like this, unfortunately, this lion who is now frozen, you know, to me, it's a need for releasing and removing that limiting belief that you have, either about money, about job, about love, whatever it is. That is what you're needing to remove, because with healing these and releasing these, you can find a lot of contentment, a lot of happiness, stability, security, creativity, all of this abundant energy that's surrounding in these cards, right? But yeah, I'm seeing this, that hand and the world as you needing to be that change, to create that change. Okay? Keep moving forward toward positive situations in your life. Keep moving forward is what we're doing. We're not sitting at the crossroads for 5 years and wondering, I still hate my job. I still don't like it here. I hate this relationship. Why am I here? And we're still not making any moves, right? Maybe some of you feel like you are that lion right now, where everything is just, it's stagnant, right? And especially if you're still holding on to stuff from your past with the resentments, you are the only one suffering here, right? There's a need for us to find forgiveness and, you know, understand that we cannot change people. We cannot, you know, there's nothing that we can do to make a person change. They have to want to change on their own. And, or, you know, if there's somebody that really hurt us and we're still holding that resentment towards them, you know, it's a need for us to release that negative energy that could be with the bird cages here that are keeping you prison, right? Yeah, that's kind of what I'm seeing here for you. What else here? I actually want to read this little deep freeze message and see what the book says about it, actually. 26. Okay, so it says everything has its season. Now is the time to put activity on hold while you rest. And some of you, like I said, you could have been on rest too long, especially with the birdcage coming in. It says the cold winter beckons you to slow down and put a freeze on things that are not yet ready to bloom. It's time for regeneration and hibernation. Forgo ambitious activity. A pregnant pause allows ideas to gestate, projects to shift and change, and relationships to go through a dreamy state of being, not going anywhere, not needing to. This is also a time to pull all your arguments on ice. Nothing beneficial will come from any of them. Self-care is the most important activity now, so reflect, read a good book, or get a massage, rest, and dream. Okay? Now, like I said, some of you, maybe, you know, this could be a need for you where you need to take a pause. But looking at that birdcage and this challenging energy here, this makes me feel like you've been on pause too long. for some of you. Okay, pause for too long. Too much withdrawn energy here with keeping yourself in the cage. And to me, like I said, this is what needs to be removed. Okay, maybe you do take the time to say, okay, what do I really want? You know, use that time that you spend alone in a way that's going to help you to get ahead, right? Not just I'm here and I'm alone and I'm withdrawn and I'm doing nothing like this lion. Let's use that time in a way to say, okay, what is my plan here? What do I want? Not just hoping and wishing for it, but what action am I taking in order to make it happen? This includes making a decision, right? With the Two of Wands, because this is just planning, right? You can be planning and planning and planning. I want this, I want that, I want this, I want that. I want to do this, I want to do that thing, but what are we doing about it? Okay? So for some of you, maybe it's a need for being very clear on what that plan is so that you can plant that seed, take that first step with the Page of Pentacles and create that, what it is that you're really looking for in your life. Okay? And keep, like Spirit is saying here, keep moving forward towards positive situations in your life. So if you're surrounding yourself with people or friends or romantic partners or a job that is just not doing it for you, right? Maybe it is removing yourself from the job that you work at, removing yourself from that relationship that you're in, so you would be happier and feel better. You know, especially if you feel like your needs are not being met, you're not getting paid enough, you're unhappy, you feel depressed, you feel sad. Yeah, that's what I'm seeing here. Okay, so I'm going to leave this here for you. Pile number 3. I do hope this was helpful for you guys, and I will see you in the next reading.